This NFL preseason week 2 picks edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to a $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code SGPN.
Hi, this is Merrill Hodge, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Cox. He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. Play that cash register a couple more times. Just now that we're back into real time, out of the team preview time warp, we can properly celebrate the round robin. That was dumbass people reading too much into news.
Don't bet the preseason.
No, not that. People saying, I read something in a practice report. They're starting this guy.
Yeah.
I have to play them. I mean, Sean, I think I went through and tallied three of those situations of like the 7 or 8.
No, and all
came to fruition. The rest were beautiful for us.
Yeah, and for the most part, like the quote unquote sharp line movement was all wrong. And the Bengals started their starters, but were the starters? The offense, they moved up and down the field.
Just rattle through it real quick. Good lesson. Baltimore. That line moved the wrong way.
He hasn't covered a spread in a long. Yeah, but
Dan Jones,
now they're a dog.
Anthony Richardson both playing wrong. Cincy, they're going to play their guys. Move the number. Wrong.
Their starting defense was getting carved up by Tanner McKee.
Vegas, move the number. They're wrong.
Yeah. And then Jags, Steelers,
Cleveland, Carolina,
Carolina,
wrong. New England was right.
And then I think Denver, San Francisco.
Correct. Yeah, those were the two. Those were the two. And then pretty much everything else was comically wrong. And again, Pittsburgh moved more. We got the worst of our my money line was only it was 22 and change to 1.
Well, and also we did say round robin, so it would would pay even more than that. But some people,
I'm only talking about the 3 legs.
Yeah, some books won't let you parlay or round robin money line preseason stuff, depending on where you're at. But you can
just do it artisanally and handcrafted.
Yeah,
but
that's also
long story short. That's how you build a bankroll for the regular season.
Let's get it. Yeah, no, I felt locked in. Did very well on sides. Of course, the not as well on the totals because the overs were just an insane. It was a smash fest. I've heard different theories on why there were so many overs. Be it variance, be it the new kickoff rule, which they're still figuring out. I think it's probably a combination of that with the. Now the average field position wasn't that different. It did seem like teams were playing their starters more than previous. There's some rumors about the NFL stepping in and saying like, "Hey, can you make this product a little bit better?" Maybe there's something behind that. But any thoughts, Ryan, on why we had so many week 1 overs?
Yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, I was listening to a fantasy podcast and I heard one of the analysts who covers a team. I don't think he's a beat reporter, but covers the Broncos and kind of alluded to like there might be something bigger than just everyone randomly deciding that it's important to play in the preseason. Now, I also, it wasn't just the talent playing at the front end. It was also the competitive spirit and willingness to. I mean, there were some ties, but
also too
there were scoring down the stretch. Brian Dable, who has not typically cared about winning the game in the end, like they were out there fighting for a win. I would say certainly it was an interesting week. I'm not gonna. It's a small sample size though, so
yeah.
I'm not hard pivoting here.
I would also say it wasn't like they barely went over. They crushed the numbers by a wide margin.
So what do you attribute that to? So typically defense ahead of offense.
Yeah.
Now I have a little bit of a theory.
Okay, what's your theory?
I think we saw defense in the preseason tends to be bland as fuck. And if the offense is going to push it a little harder, you're going to be able to exploit those bland ass defenses. I also think I can't vouch for this, but I saw a stat that on average offensive starters were playing more than defensive starters.
Yes.
And so you have a sloped, offenses were always going against less talented defenses. Certainly played all the joint practice unders, didn't even come close. Now, something I noticed this week in the practice reports compared to last week, a lot more physicality in the practices. For example, the Giants Bills practice did not seem to be as physical as the Giants Jets practice.
Yeah.
And I've seen that a little bit more consistency. So another thing, I'm not moving off the joint practice totals either. And we're seeing a crazy uptick in the totals in a lot of cases where we were seeing closer to like under 35 last week. We're seeing closer to 38 this week on average.
Yeah, for me, I would say it's the combination. You get some of the kickoff rules, some of maybe whatever conspiracy theory, but I would say two things. I think I do think a big part of it was the offensive starters playing more. I thought you saw more of offensive game plan stuff, and maybe that's just from watching the Eagles. And
we watched all the games from the all 22.
No, I'm just saying, as a guy who's watched a bunch of Eagles preseason games, Tanner McKee has always looked good, but that offense that they ran, I think they were doing more scheming because they were going up against the Bengals, number one, than they do normally. And for the Eagles side, Fangio went out of his way to highlight, like, we were completely vanilla. I left those guys on islands to just see what they could do.
Yeah. That's every team.
Well, right. And so I kind of take that sample that, from my insight on the Eagles and apply it league wide. I think more starters were playing, which means, hey, if the starters are out there, we're going to game plan a little bit, which they previously, I don't think game planned as much as they did this first preseason. And that's what I attribute the crazy, because it's not just like, oh, they barely got over, it's variance. I think if you're just saying it's variance, I think that's wrong. I think stuff's going down.
Oh no, they played differently.
Yeah, 100%.
Certainly like taking the joint practice angle out of it. I think across the league there was more effort to be prepared on the offensive side of the ball. I think that was very clear. And now whether that was some sort of weird secret edict from the league to better product equals more offense, right, Colby? But no, I think that's it. I think the defenses didn't game plan. I think the offenses did. And I think across the league, you can find the film guys breaking down their team's quarterback doing something to adjust the play or doing something to check at the line of scrimmage, which again, probably very simplistic stuff, but I feel like as someone who watches the preseason every year, it's not necessarily the thing you're popping out of the first week of the preseason. Just all the optimism around the offensive play in general, I think is pretty rare. Wouldn't you agree?
And the dogs, I mean, again, good for us because we were on that sweet ass Moneyline round robin parlay, but the dogs were also super strong.
But that was I said on this very program, I thought a lot of people were overreacting to this.
Yeah.
To news about how the first 15 snaps of a game were going to go.
No, again, going back to the Eagles game, I think encapsulates a lot of the stuff we saw. There was news. The Bengals are going to play their starters. They've been saying that the entire time. The line shot up to -6.5 for Cincinnati. Cincinnati did go down, and Joe Burrow going up against a lot of the backups for the Eagles defense. There were a couple starters out there, but they got a couple easy touchdowns. But the fact that no one, the stuff that was left out of the handicap is that Tanner McKee is one of the better backup quarterbacks in the NFL. And it did seem like they were trying to run some offense, and the Bengals defense looked really rough. So,
I think it did. I mean, reflecting on the teams that I follow the most closely, a lot of more, it felt like the defensive depth, or at least like the fringe starter depth of the defense were given a lot more snaps than the corresponding on the offensive side. That would be my take on it across the league. I don't know why. I mean, again, it does the conspiracy theorists, which by the way, if Colby and I ever get it together to start more questions than answers,
What are the odds that show gets
AJ Brown is going to be a guest on that show.
He's it.
He is. Sean, I don't know how far you've gone down the rabbit hole of how into crazy internet shit he is. It's amazing. I'm starting to turn the corner on AJ Brown. I like that he's asking the hard questions. You know, he doesn't think he has questions about cheese.
What's I didn't hear the cheese conspiracy theory.
Definitely don't light it on fire. He even makes me take a second to think about it.
These guys just watch way too much TikTok, and
it just shows
the conspiracy theory TikToks do suck you in, because if you just mention like 5 facts in a well-edited video, all of a sudden you're like, shit, that makes a lot of sense.
It's one of those things where if you're of a certain awareness of the world or understanding, you can consume that stuff for what it is, which is mostly entertainment, right?
Some truth, but yes.
Well, yeah, that's just like anything else, right? Like the best things are come from truthiness, and so yeah, but when you don't have the ability to be like, well, let me like when researching something on your own is going to TikTok, then you get into this weird
doing your
loop
own
where
research.
You've done your own research, and now you have facts, not. Hey, I saw this video on the internet. Let me go research this a little bit. So yeah, I mean, shout out to AJ Brown for having the confidence to talk about the earth being flat to a reporter. I mean, that's he believes in it, you know? Anyway.
He just has questions. I don't think he was emphatically saying it's flat.
He was not only emphatically saying that, he was using the empirical evidence of a rocket does not take off straight up as the reason why the earth, which again, the best conspiracy theorists out there are the flat earthers. If you've never seen,
it's a great documentary.
If you've never seen Beyond the Curve, it is an all time just, some of the best movies you can watch.
They did a great job. They did a great job editing it, because the movie ends, and it's a spoiler, but not really, unless you're on the fence of whether the earth is flat or not. Remember, there was a battle going on in our chat for a while where one guy was saying research flat earth, and then there was another guy trolling him by saying research spherical earth.
Yeah.
And I never,
they finally came.
We're not a political show. I won't reveal our stance on whether the earth is flat or not, but there's a great scene from the documentary where the guy goes, if the earth is actually round, I won't be able to see this light. And it's basically like shooting a light, and hey, if the earth's curved, it's going to be going down. He's saying it's completely flat and you should be able to see it. And he's like, and I should be able to see it. Oh fuck, I don't see it. Like I'm not doing it justice, but it's very
like
good.
Basically there's a couple guys who are at least trying to do science and like be rational, and they come to the conclusion that they're wrong. And like, there's this scene of them going back to the Godfather to be like, hey boss, we got some bad news. The science turns out it doesn't agree with us.
Hey, reminder, we just finished up recording 32 NFL team previews, win totals for all 32 NFL teams, our favorite picks, props. We just did the Eagles episode. My dad was a guest, our buddy CJ, aka Big Dom. It was a great episode, a lot of fun there. And of course, the phrase that pays, 1 word per episode. Write down the words in order, 32 word phrase, submit it. And we will have the link coming up here in a couple days for you to submit your 32 word phrase. And then if you submit it correctly, one lucky winner will spin a wheel. We'll win $1,000 Circa Future up for grabs. Again, go back if you missed a couple episodes. The phrase is in order. And if you really get stuck, I might help you out if you ask on Spotify comments. But for the most part, these are pretty easy to find. And the phrase, I've enjoyed it. It's a fun gimmick as always. So go back, check that out. And of course, we're also brought to you by MyBookie.ag, your place to get down on all these NFL futures we're talking about. You can get down on MyBookie, available in a ton of locations. If you're thinking, hey, I need access to a sports book, but I can't get to one where I'm at right now, try mybookie.ag. You might be surprised. Available in a ton of locations. 100% match up to $1,000. Now, there is a rollover requirement for that bonus, so make sure you read the fine print on that. But I mean, Kramer, shout out to Bitcoin, all-time high right now. Maybe take a little bit of that Bitcoin, deposit over at mybookie.ag, going a little bit of a run, and you can withdraw in Bitcoin as well. Very easy deposit withdrawal with that sweet, sweet cryptocurrency. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. The Rhythm is going to bet you with props. That's right, smart signals. Man, Rhythm continues to be on a heater. Love my Rhythm app. The college football modeling is live. Of course, get your 7-day free trial today over at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. But in the meantime, because college is right around the corner, they've been crushing it with the WNBA and the MLB. Let's see what the old Rhythm. Now, of course, you can build your own models, back test the data, or if you're lazy and you just want to see what Rhythm likes. Let's say you're in Vegas and you need some action and the WNBA is on. You're like, I don't know. I'll just fire up what Rhythm likes. Oh, this is against my Phillies. Rhythm likes the Nationals getting a run and a half, +1.5 on the run line, +110. Little bonus play there for you. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM.
I was while you were discussing Fine Partners, I was taking a look at the money bag, see what they have updated now.
The MyBookie money bag is a true.
You know I'm a degenerate.
We have you can get a random square from any of the preseason games, 75-1.
Wait, what? So like you'll
Super
get
Bowl
like
squares,
4-2 in the
like the Panthers Texans game.
Oh my God, Ryan. How much is it?
75-1. You pick the game you want to do.
Okay, but how much do you? Oh, but you can do.
It's 75-1. You get random numbers.
Kramer, we got to do one at the end of this episode. Come on.
I will have to. Yeah, we'll have
for Friday's game, so we can sweat it out in Vegas.
We'll have to see if, and then you can also do 12-1 winning margin. That doesn't seem very
No,
good.
You got to do preseason square. Let's go.
And then that's it. And they've also added F1 money bag. We also have a college basketball money bag where you can only 77-1. I feel like that's
but if you get one of those top tier teams.
Yeah, that's true. College football, you get 100-1.
100-1, sweet. Kramer, we got a full slate of NFL action. What do we like here? Let's get to it.
Yeah, so for some reason the games don't start till Friday.
Yeah, come on, give us Thursday games, NFL. What do you?
And by the way, if you didn't notice, I am wearing the great Seaman, which no longer professional football team in Italy, the Milano Seaman, to honor John Gruden today, as he is. We are mostly friends with Roger Goodell, but we will celebrate Gruden winning step one of a lawsuit against the Big Bad Commission.
It sounds like they're going to settle now because he won in Nevada.
They have to settle.
Well, no, they could appeal it to the actual Supreme Court.
Oh yeah, but I don't think the NFL wants to go in any sort of
no. That's what I'm saying. I think they will settle
where they have to like show stuff.
Discovery of
the whole point of this was like they were hiding stuff, but except for the Gruden stuff because that was juicy. All right, shout out to John Gruden. His unboxing of the New York Giants stuff was very nice. Very very nice. And the
unboxing is
Giants
awesome.
did send a very nice box. If you watch the unboxing, some teams I think
The slot. How's the slot?
fall a little short. All right, Friday first game, 4 p.m. here on the West Coast. This is a joint practice game. The Titans and the Falcons. Titans -5.5, -220 on the money line. 38.5 is the total. And I had a window up because I was going to let us know the line movement, so we can fade all those idiots.
I love the. I'll hop in here, Ryan.
This opened 3.5.
Yeah, I'm.
And 35.5. Wow.
I am all over the Titans here for a number of reasons. One, the Falcons are just an auto fade. Not only their coach, but in particular the Falcons. They're just horrible. They're on a very bad run ATS in preseason.
Did you hear about?
Care at all?
Yeah, did you hear about Penix and got tossed down by the Titans today in practice? Yeah,
so maybe
things got chippy.
Maybe this is the exception, and maybe they get fired up. But I think also, I don't do too much eye test on these games, but the Titans' offensive line, I think, was somewhat
improved
decent in week one. Now, I think they looked decent last year in week 1. We'll see if that actually means anything, but I think it's a good sign for the preseason.
Also, Penix Cousins both not playing.
Yeah. Good time to fade them. And this trend, which did well last week, teams coming off double-digit losses, like the Titans, and then they're going on the road 56-42, or no, now it's 57-42 ATS because it hit last week. So the trends like it. I love fading the Falcons. Titans, anything under a touchdown. This is a solid play for me. Give me Tennessee laying the 5.5.
Titans playing everyone. I think they played most people last week. It didn't really help. I don't love that we're on the side of the steam, but I'm taking the under joint practice. We're getting a nice discount here as the over unders moved up 3 points. And yeah, that's the main report. Is it sounds like the Titans are playing everyone. Not sure how long, but yeah, and don't like that I'm on the steamy side here. But I'm with you.
I was always
Atlanta's a fade. Kansas City heads to Seattle, 7 p.m. on the West Coast. Seattle laying 2.5, minus 142 on the money line, plus 120 for the Chiefs. 39.5 is the total here. This is one of the 4 non-joint practice games this week, Sean. So I will have a lot of unders, and I will be taking a bath if I'm wrong. This one opened up at Seattle plus 2.5. So Seattle taking the money. Anything you want to, any trends?
Yeah, I mean, Mike McDonald is now 3-1 ATS. Obviously, very limited sample size. I thought Seattle, what they're doing preseason, they seem to care. Chiefs
defense playing very hard.
Yeah, no, and that game against the Raiders was pretty competitive. They got out to a nice lead, and then Raiders came back, tied it up. Chiefs, to me, I think they'll start out hot. We'll see if we get Mahomes there for a little bit. I'm kind of factoring that in, but Seahawks close it out. So I will lay the chalk here. Seattle minus 2.5.
Yeah, this one, another one. I don't like that I'm on the side of the steam, but
why do you? I don't care.
Well, normally we would like it. I just thought maybe it's changed, but last week it just seemed obnoxious, the overreaction.
Yeah, but I mean, this stuff to me is not reacting off any news. This is just the market being the market.
Yeah, maybe, but opening it to, they were wrong at how they opened it, at least. Like, and I guess why were they wrong? In this case, it's confusing why they would be wrong here. Like, why would Kansas City be favorite ever? That maybe I have bad data. We'll see. Saturday, big slate. So this is, we're warming up here. We got a number. If you got a multi-TV setup, you got 5 games, 10 a.m. on Saturday. First one, joint practice game, Packers, Colts minus 6.5, minus 255 on the money line, plus 210 for the Packers. 40.5 is the total. This one opened 38.5 and Colts minus 4.5. So not a ton of,
I mean, I love Green Bay here. Love the dog. Give me Green Bay plus 6.5. I'm all over this Packers team. Again, going back to teams who got their ass kicked in that first game, now playing against the Colts team who, Colts also lost.
They didn't, this is an interesting matchup. Dan Jones getting the start.
Yeah. Love fading Dan Jones.
He didn't look great in his first game.
And again, going back to that trend of teams who lost by double digits that are on the road, and Packers check that box. They lost by 20 to the Jets. I think they're going to be, I'm going to probably be on the Packers money line here as well. So yeah, give me Green Bay plus 6.5. No way I'm taking the Colts. That Colts team looks really bad, even for preseason.
It's just so hard. I mean, we saw it last week. It's so hard to lay this.
We could get screwed with Riley Leonard coming and running around in the second half. That's a possibility, but I'll happily take the 6.5.
You have to be very convicted to lay 6.5. So yeah, I'm on the under 40.5 and I'm taking the Packers. Interesting. So I read a thing about Jordan Love's thumb.
Yeah. Non-throwing hand.
Not throwing, but apparently it's in a weird spot for the snap. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not good.
Handoffs.
It's not good. It doesn't seem that serious, but something we're keeping an eye on.
You know, I'm sure we'll get a story about how they're going to take more snaps out of the shotgun or something like that. Next up, Patriot. Again, these are all 10 a.m. on Saturday on the West Coast. Patriots, Vikings, another joint practice game. Pats laying 2.5 minus 140 on the money line. Vikings plus 120. 39.5 is the total. This one opened 2.5, or I'm sorry, plus 1.5 for the Patriots and 38.5 for the total. Vikings are a fade team. Didn't work last week. I was wrong with my Texans. Are we just fading them again?
Yeah. Pats again. Another teams that are coming off a preseason win of 20+.
Oh, I like this.
That are favored 27-7 straight up. It was 26-7. One of the plays last week was the Chargers. That smashed. And they're 21-10-2 ATS run since 2013. I think the logic is like basically if you're a live wire in this preseason game, you're going to keep smashing teams. And you look at the Pats, they put it on the Washington Commanders.
I think they're going to do it again. I mean, and also Henderson on the turf.
Trayvon Henderson, who's looked very good in joint practices. The problem is Minnesota has a quarterback, Sam Howell, who's looked incredibly sharp in that first preseason game.
Taking that job.
He looked.
We've seen him before.
I don't, all hate aside. And again, I don't hate JJ McCarthy. I just think
they wanted to keep Dan Jones. They wanted to keep Dan Jones.
I would say Sam Howell looked a little better than JJ McCarthy. Now again, he was playing probably against more backups than JJ McCarthy, but JJ McCarthy had a couple throws that are like, Now JJ McCarthy's only he only played one series last game. We'll see what he does here.
I have an update.
Did they announce what they're doing with him?
There is some reporting that they're not playing their starters the rest of the preseason.
Okay, then give me New England.
Panthers, Texans down in Texas. Houston laying 2.5 minus 136 on the money line. They let me down last week. Panthers plus 116. 38.5 is the total. Sean, I'm also on the under for the Vikings Patriots. That's a joint practice game. Houston they really let me down last week. They were a bet on team. D'Amico, rah. Just not there. This is a game that opened -1 and 30 for the Texans and 37.5.
That was kind of an odd game. Like there was definitely. I'm not the guy who's like put you on the right side, but that wasn't. They lost that, but they really had a chance there. So I don't feel
Sam Howell got us.
Now what are you doing here, Ryan? Are you just taking Texans again?
I think I just have to.
Yeah, I mean Canales is now the Panthers head coach. 0-4 ATS. They did not look good.
Well, I would say
Bryce Young continues to look tiny.
Would you put them on a list of teams that when we get to the division previews, they're a candidate for adjusting down just based on how the team looked?
Yeah. I mean, I think I had them.
I think the Dolphins and the Panthers hit me at a weird time.
You're sucked in. You're excited for football.
Hit me at a weird time.
And if you're new to the show, and I know a lot of gambling podcasts are giving up. So maybe we're getting some new listeners. Welcome.
So many are giving up.
Welcome to the Sports Gambling Podcast. There's like 3 or 4 other.
You know what? That's a great comment for Spotify. What was the show you're coming from?
Yeah, if the show you used to listen to stopped doing a show and you just found us, what's up? Welcome to we're DGens over here. We pick every game, and welcome to the club. I'm sure the chat and the rest of the DJ Nation will embrace you with open arms. But
Easy can get you your name tag.
Yeah, he can get in line. Easy, get your head shaved. Get you an order here. Yeah, no, it's but going back to Canales, yes, 0-4 ATS. And if you're what I was meant to get to was if you're new to the show, after we do the 32 NFL team previews, we walk through. Maybe some of us are a little heavy on certain wins, whatever.
Well, last year I famously landed exactly on 272.
That was awesome. I think I'll probably be
You're going to be over too, but I'm so far over. You're going to see him like pretty accurate.
I actually know how many wins you're over because someone in my DMs, the green DM gang has been keeping track. So I know your exact number. I would predict I'm less off than you, but I would be surprised if I hit 272
So this source is
Exactly.
only giving you my wins, not yours.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe
I like this.
I don't really. Again, when I do the win adjustment, I don't usually end up changing the over under. We'll see though. But again, the division previews. If you're new, after you do the 32 NFL team previews, then we do division previews. We kind of highlight where we're at. We adjust the win totals. We highlight our favorite futures from the division. And get you up to speed.
Definitely some stock down teams though, like the Rams.
Yeah, and there shit has happened. Like it's kind of you'd be crazy not to factor in the Matt Stafford injury stuff. There's like the Chargers losing their left tackle. There's some stuff that's happened in these past couple of weeks that maybe that shaves a win off here. Okay, this actually is going to be a little better than I think. Maybe give them a win. So we rebalance the wins in the division previews if you're new to the program.
All right. So I'm on the under 38.5 Carolina Texans game as they're practicing. And then we're both on the Texans. 10 a.m. on the West Coast. Eagles, Browns, they're practicing together. Another joint practice game. Eagles laying 4.5, minus 210 on the money line. Browns +7. Sorry, 176. 37.5 is the total. So we're on the under here. This one opened up Eagles -1.5, 36.5. So tiny bit of movement. For the Eagles, though, they're generally a fade team. The Browns quarterback situation this week is, I'm assuming they're healthy. Pickett and Gabriel.
Why are you assuming they're healthy?
I'm not, but I'm going off of the fact that Stefanski stated in a press conference today that the plan was always to get Gabriel and Pickett a start in the preseason also. So I think Shador got his. They're each going to get one. I don't know which guy is going this week. From what I understand, Gabriel is back at practice. Kenny Pickett is not. So I assume this will be a Gabriel start week.
This is tough because Gabriel is supposed to start if his hamstring is well enough. Now, Kenny Pickett sat out of team drills today against the Eagles.
Yeah.
And Shador was supposed to start if Dylan Gabriel's hamstring wasn't prevented. But then he injured his oblique in warmups. Also, you just want to know how dumb everyone is on social media, or not that I'm saying anything mind blowing here, but I was seeing people responding. There was a big news report. Shador Sanders 0 reps in joint practice against the Eagles, and people are like, they're haters. They're setting this kid up to fail. And then meanwhile, he tweaked his oblique in warmups, so they didn't play him. Just a reminder before you yell at stuff, a double click.
Is that why the spread moved? It has to, right?
I don't know. This is a very bizarre game to handicap because I do like Tanner. But again, the Eagles, I think because of the joint practice, their odds of being super vanilla go up in my mind. 4.5. I don't think we'll see Joe Flacco. I don't like Dylan Gabriel. Now, normally the Eagles don't care about preseason. The Browns they're not as bad. Stefanski isn't as bad about not caring about preseason, but he's certainly not good.
But they're also they're starting a quarterback that is they're playing a dude the whole game. It seems like they want to.
But do we think Snoop Huntley plays? Because Snoop Huntley is the type of
I don't think he's the kind of guy you care about seeing him play the whole game.
No, but I'm saying if because of these injuries and it's not for sure that Dylan Gabriel's hamstring is going to be good. So they could just I would not be shocked if Saturday comes and Snoop Huntley ends up playing the entire game. That's not crazy. Because Dylan Gabriel's right on the edge. Kenny Pickett's sitting out team drills. Joe Flacco they're not going to play because he is their starter. Shout out to us who gave that out at +175 to be the day one starter. Not going to jinx
it,
but
that
feeling
was the price.
Feeling good about it. Browns are 6-7 straight up, 7-5-1 ATS. Maybe Tanner McKee runs it back one more time. I'll take the Eagles because go Birds. But this one, I don't have a strong feeling on, honestly. Kramer, what are you doing?
Do you have a strong feeling of how much Like the breakdown of how much guys are playing. The quarterbacks for the Eagles are playing.
I think it'll probably be something similar to what they did the first game. Like definitely no Jalen Hurts, Tanner McKee. Maybe they don't need this. Tanner McKee, I think, will probably play the first quarter. DTR. I would imagine they want to get Kyle McCord more time. He had 5 pass attempts. He looked horrific, one of which was an interception. So my guess out of all those is that we see Kyle McCord slightly more than we saw previously, but they have not said anything yet about who they're playing.
So, further update on just looking into the Gabriel situation. It sounds like if this was a game week, his tag would be probable, or like he would be probable. So, I think we should be handicapping this.
So a somewhat injured Dylan Gabriel. Give me the Eagles.
6 for 19 for 2 touchdowns in practice today.
Who?
Dylan Gabriel against the Eagles.
Well, I mean, the Eagles defense was destroying the Browns in joint practices, as you'd imagine.
I think we're supposed to. I'm fading the Eagles. Give me the Browns. Dylan Gabriel has to show the world he's better than Shedeur Sanders and the under. So you're officially cowardly running away from the
I'm not playing any preseason totals. Yeah.
Okay. No,
I got my fill week 1.
Just checking. Over. Oh, and 7 wasn't good.
If you go 7 and how many are there this week?
12.
So yeah, if you go 12-0, I will celebrate your victory. But I don't want any more preseason totals action.
Stopping.
If you want to use this time to experiment with your totalsality,
sell low,
then that's up to you. Right?
Yeah, I like this. I love this. 10 a.m. last one.
I'm moving to regular season mode where I don't fuck with totals.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you gotta at least observe them. Another joint practice game. Dolphins and Lions. I wonder if they were doing some Oklahoma drill down there for old time's sake. -3.5 for the Dolphins. -196 on the money line. +164 for the Lions. 37.5. Lions again. Like typically we would be just auto fading them. They showed up last week. This one opened Lions +2.5, 35.5. Another one where it almost seems like that's. I guess that makes sense. Miami's been a dumpster fire. They're one of the teams that definitely stocked down since we previewed them, and I could see myself taking some wins. A little bit of movement here from 2.5 to 3.5. I guess the default play is to take the Dolphins.
Yeah, I mean they're. I did.
But man, Quinn Ewers.
Quinn Ewers looked horrible, and that's probably the decider. I think both these teams are, and you have the red X on. The
Lions are a fade team, are they not?
Not 6-8, 7-7. Like they're pretty middle of the pack.
I'll remove that.
It's pretty similar compared to Miami, and I will take the Lions +3.5. I think this is going to be another ugly game. I could see a tie happening. If a book offers a 3-way market on preseason football, this is tie written all over it. So I will take the 3.5.
I like that. The idea of us having like in our lock dog tease section that we have a tie.
Well, there were 2 of them.
No, I know every preseason week we predict a tie. You can bet on that. It's a nice little fun. I think I just go. Yeah. Give me Miami.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not laying. I watch Quinn Ewers. I'm not laying points. He's taking enough of my money already.
All right.
By that I mean $50.
But he'll be back. It's all about resilience.
I will say
Don't
this:
fall off the wagon.
He had like 2 or 3 like nice throws, but then he had 2 or 3 moments where he looked completely lost. And I think as a rookie quarterback, the goal in preseason is don't look like you don't belong on the football field, and he had a couple of those moments. But I would say for Miami, if they get this win or this cover, it's because of some of their the running back depth. Jalen Wright, Ollie Gordon. I thought he looked eye test like a nice little pop there. So
he was a highly regarded running back in college.
Well, yeah, I mean,
like fell off that last year.
Last year, Oklahoma State was a disaster, but but he came in with like Heisman expectations. So
should have left a year early. Quick update on the Dolphins. They Darren Waller almost ready to come off the pup. Almost.
Ryan? Who is we were ESPN is doing these insanely boring fantasy drafts where it's just like 8 sober people sitting around a conference room giving their fantasy takes, and like half of them don't know anything about fantasy.
They haven't figured out that people don't care about other people's fantasy teams.
And they were running like the draft list, and the fucker had I forget who it was. I'd make fun of him. They had
what do you have? Darren Waller ranked over someone?
I mean, they had Darren Waller in the top 20 or like 19 or something.
I understand what you're doing. You're saying, well, Jonnu Smith was this, so Darren Waller can be that. Fine.
No.
Fine. It's Kyle Pitts all over again. All right, next.
Yeah, Ollie Gordon 8 for 33. I thought he looked pretty good, and Devon Achane got some carries as well. It was weird because they had Tua play. But they didn't have Jalen Waddle or Tyreek play. So supposedly it was because Tua felt he did so bad in joint practices that he had to play.
Hopefully,
Tua Tagovailoa, the quarterback.
It's just a slow burn. Saturday, 1 p.m. on the West Coast. Another joint practice game. Vegas against San Francisco. Niners catching 5.5, plus 190 on the money line. 40.5 is the total. Vegas. Pete Carroll seemed less interested in a win. I mean, Pete Carroll tie, don't like that. Now they're laying a big number. I mean, the Niners are another team stocked down. Like if you're not stock downing this Niners team with the current state of this roster,
it's just the injuries keep piling up for this team.
It's unreal.
I mean, I would be so pissed. Yeah, for a Bay Area team, aren't you supposed to have like all this cutting edge technology and everything else? Yeah.
Quote, I'd like to play our starters in the preseason. I just have to see how it pans out and what the risk reward is with that.
Yeah,
that sounds like a guy who can't play his starters because he doesn't.
They might not have the depth. That being said, I will go back to the trend of teams who got beat by double digits that are now on the road catching points. So this one's tough because I don't know. Raiders, as you mentioned, our good buddy Pete Carroll.
He's moved from 3.5 to 5.5 too.
Yeah, I'll take the 5.5. What are you doing, Kramer?
I think I want to take the Raiders. And we do have bet splits for these. I should have pulled them up.
And an under 40.5, Ryan. That's a high total for a preseason game.
Yeah, the door is swung too hard. We're about to go 12-0. Another joint practice under here. Jets Giants minus 3.5 for Dable and the Giants, minus 190 on the money line. Jets plus 160. 39.5 is the total. This one open Giants plus 1.5. Again, these openers are drunk.
Wrong team favorite. Give me the Jets. Now, the Giants, I'm going to stick to the idea that they don't care about the preseason, although it seemed like Dable cared more than normal.
That's because he's showing off his toy.
But it goes back to the teams who won by 20 points. Jets crushed their they won 30-10. I think they're going to take this game seriously. I think they're live on the money line, and I think they're going to cover the number.
I think this game will be comically low scoring. Both teams got destroyed by the other team's defense in joint practice. Part of that is Malik Neighbors wasn't out there.
Why wasn't he out there? Personal day?
A non-toe minor injury. That they're just. My guess is he tweaked something like muscle related, and they're just taking their time. Because they knew the Jets practices would be a little aggressive, and I there's no official thing, but I would imagine he's not going to play. And if he doesn't play this game, the under in this game is probably a lock. I would actually, I'd go out and just say that. My other concern though, dude, like you're getting Tommy DeVito, who's more than capable in the preseason, Jameis Winston or Jackson Dart.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fading him. Give me the Jets in the 3.5.
I faded them last week, and Giants took care of business.
And if you
go Sean McDermott,
if you go back and look at the quote unquote box score, the yards per play, Buffalo really took care of them. And if you just had the box score numbers, that's maybe a game they probably would have won.
Maybe they should have won,
Yes,
but they
they
didn't win. Yeah.
I like the Jets.
Yeah. I still think Dable doesn't care about winning the game.
Okay, Jets plus 3.5 for Kramer and under 39.5.
You're going to need a pick 6 from Jameis, I think.
Possible.
Yeah,
he did throw an interception, right? Almost took it to the house.
Did he throw an interception or was it dropped?
I kind of remember.
Or called back. I know
maybe it got called back.
Yeah, I was in. All right. We'll do more research. Another joint practice. 4 p.m. game on Saturday.
Oh, you're right. It did get called back. Yeah. I swore I remember.
Well, yeah, it happened, but
yeah, no, it got called back.
Poof.
You're right.
All right. So second 4 p.m. game on Saturday on the West Coast, the Chargers, Rams joint practice. So we're taking the under 37.5. Chargers laying 3.5, minus 200 on the money line, plus 170 for the Rams. Stetson Bennett balling out in the preseason. This one opened 2.5, moved to 3.5. It's a Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, Harbaugh seems to have gotten up for these preseason games. Again, small sample size, but he's 13-8 ATS.
Are we worried about the injuries and maybe that causes him to dial it back a little bit?
No.
This is
I mean, I would say I would be more worried about the injuries on the Rams side.
This is a lock potential as well. This is a bet on team against the bet against team in my mind with McVay.
Yeah. And I think all the injuries that the Rams are dealing with is
both teams, honestly.
Yeah, but I'm all over the Chargers here.
Under?
I'm not doing any totals, but you are on the under 37.5. System play for Ryan.
Not doing any totals. Preseason joint practice. Coward. 4 p.m. on the West Coast. Bucks, Steelers. They've been practicing together. Bucks laying 3.5, minus 176 on the money line, plus 148 for the Steelers. 39.5 is the total. You see how much they've added to these totals, Sean? They're losing their minds. This one opened minus 2.5. So same. We've seen two types of movement from 2.5 to 3.5, and from 3.5 to 5.5. I mean, it's Tomlin, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't. The Bucks did get that win against the Titans, but I don't think they were that invested in actually trying to win.
We were watching little Kyle Trask. He does not. I mean, he's not an NFL quarterback.
Now the problem is this does fit the Tampa Bay coming off the 22-point victory.
Oh,
and teams coming off preseason wins, 20+ points.
I'm not fading Tomlin. If Tomlin was in this room, who would you take?
It is an enticing spot. I will stick to the angle I'm riding here. Give me a Tampa Bay minus 3.5. Kramer, what are you doing?
Under and Steelers.
Okay, under 39.
Still time to hop on
The joint practice
under.
Yeah, I'm good. Kramer,
12-0.
Circa. If you're watching this live on YouTube, we are going to be at the Circa tomorrow, aka Thursday, hanging out an extra day. And then, of course, we got our VSiN show Friday night, and we are right around the corner from Circa Million, Circa Survivor coming up, where it's the world's biggest contest, and we are going to be out there for Ultimate Contest Weekend, August 21st through the 23rd. Promo code SGP15. Come out, hang out at the Circa, the D, the Golden Gate, and get in on the contest. I mean, just I wouldn't be able to live with myself, Ryan, if I won an Office Survivor. And was not also playing Circa Survivor, leaving potentially, it's going to get up to 20 million guaranteed. Crazy. So you got the Grandissimo, the Circa Million, where you're picking 5 games against the spread. These contests are super fun. Get in. I mean, the move is you and your buddies. Hey, let's get a Vegas trip in before football season gets going. We'll sign up for one of the Circa contests. We'll use you get 15% off the hotel, SGP 15, and you get $50 off the proxy over at footballcontest.com. Promo code SGP, $50 off the proxy fees. And come say hi to us. We'll be out there a bunch between now and then. Always hit us up at Gambling Podcast over on X. And Ryan, Underdog Fantasy. Let's put together a little preseason underdog entry. What is jumping out at you for the NFL preseason week 2? Higher lowers, aka the pick'em over on Champions, so over on Underdog Fantasy.
Do we have any? Let's see. What do we have numbers on?
Oh, we got a ton.
They're very reckless. Well, we've had some more certainty. Like the Titans are playing everyone.
It does seem like that. Yeah. I mean, Cam Ward, 65.5. This Falcons team doesn't care about the preseason, and I think they're going to let Cam Ward go a little bit. What's your take on Cam Ward?
That seems like a low number, and I don't like. I mean, I don't really respect the secondary.
Yeah, he only was 5 of 8 for 67 last game against the Bucks, but I think they're going to let him play a little bit. I think they can trust him with that offensive line.
And we could take the YouTube kicker, Mr. Koo.
All right, what do you want to? So
you do field goals?
Do you think the Falcons try any field goals?
He kicked didn't he kick 3 in the?
He kicked 1 field goal.
Oh, what was that? Maybe it was some extra.
17-10.
Actually, let's not do the same game. Let's hop over to. I gotta collapse.
I mean, we could also do Chig. He does seem to like Chig.
No,
Chig's receiving yards are 13.
We're gonna go to another game that we know who's playing. Let's.
Okay.
What
you got KC Seattle on Friday night. You got some of the early Saturday games. I mean, Bryce Young. I kind of want to fade Bryce Young.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it. He didn't look very sharp.
No, Bryce Young lower 68.5 receiving yards. Passing yards. Cam Ward higher 68.5 passing yards. And you can tail us over at Underdog Fantasy. Promo code SGPN gets you a nice deposit bonus up to $1,000. UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code SGPN.
So we now have again game number 2 that did not involve a joint practice. Ravens Cowboys. Ravens laying 1.5 minus 130 on the money line. Cowboys plus 110. 36.5 is the total. Another 4 p.m. kick on the West Coast.
Sorry, my button's broken, Ron.
So they're just going to give us free money with the Ravens.
How is it?
What are we doing?
How is it 1.5?
What are we doing right now? Well, these idiots open. Apparently, the Ravens were plus 3.5 at open.
Oh my God!
Who's opening these numbers, Sean?
They have no feel for the
games.
preseason.
They don't watch the games.
And the Ravens are back to carrying. The Cowboys are completely cooked.
Really? You're saying they're cooked already?
I like definitely. I mean, yeah.
I couldn't find a win.
Kramer, you predicted they were 0-17.
Don't spoil the episode. Maybe someone hasn't listened yet.
Joe Milton. Fine. Will Grier there.
Joe Milton's hilarious. It's funny how like a TMZ fan sees Joe Milton's like that guy's really good.
Who they're trotting out at running back. It's like they're scared to play their actual running backs. They're running back. I mean, thank God they're idiots. But if you're Jerry Jones, how do you not trade for Breece Hall, Travis Etienne? They're available. Or by some accounts, you could probably get those guys without giving up a ton of draft capital.
This is a lock.
Yeah, 100%.
And just if you were wondering, Harbaugh said the same people are playing in week 2.
Yeah, come on, he's not fucking around.
6:30 p.m. on Saturday, little primetime action here. We're heading to Denver, where the Cardinals and Broncos have practiced this week. Broncos laying 5.5 here, minus 260 on the money line. Cardinals plus 215. 40.5 is the total. You want to make fun of Kyler first?
Tater tot.
He didn't. Look
that was horrible, right?
Well, that one pass. You're zooming in on one play.
Yeah, I watched all the plays.
Yeah, I'm just saying the one interception wasn't great.
It was one of the worst passes I've seen.
Oh, I mean, it's not. He obviously just didn't see a guy. I don't know if I would glorify it like that.
No, he threw it directly to him.
I think he didn't see the underneath guy, and yeah, that's what happened. It was a bad throw. I'm not defending him. I'm just saying it's not the worst throw I've ever seen.
It was really bad. I mean, I think the ball must have slipped out of his hand.
Okay. I mean, we see quarterbacks make that same bad throw. It's not like the worst throw you've ever seen.
All right, we got to rewatch that because that was very bad.
Okay. I mean, I did just rewatch it today.
And you thought
I thought Kyler didn't have a good day, but didn't stand out as the worst throw I've ever seen.
Right, I'm being dramatic, but it's the worst.
That's what I said.
It's the worst throw. It's the worst throw I've seen this season.
No way. Quinn Ewers made like 3 or 4 worst throws for sure. Oh, stop it.
He did, dude. Quinn Ewers strip sacks were bad.
Stop it. All right. So I guess
I mean, but if you're comparing Kyler Murray to Quinn Ewers,
no. I'm just saying
Okay.
that throw is not egregiously bad. It's a bad throw. It's not the worst throw.
Okay, pull the throw.
All right.
And chat, feel free to weigh in. Was this an egregiously bad throw?
Let me find it.
It is, in my mind, egregiously bad.
Okay. I mean, it's a mistake that is not. It's not the worst thing that you could ever do. I mean,
I don't know how you could do something worse as a quarterback. There was like no one around there. I think the ball just slipped out of his hand. I'll give him that benefit of the doubt.
I can't find a clip that's not going to get us.
I will find the clip. Talk about the game, Ryan. What are you doing here?
I mean, so I asked you because I was curious if this was another time where you were gonna lay a big number.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will. Again, going back to teams who won by 20 points, I think that's a pretty strong angle. They're fired up for it. I will take the Broncos laying 5.5. Kramer, you're going to take the under 40.5. If you like the under 40.5, that would probably put you on the dog, right?
Do we have any idea who's playing for the Broncos this week? I wasn't able to find much information.
Let's see. Well, it's tough doing this on Wednesday night, and they don't play till Saturday. They probably haven't really announced.
They haven't had a ton of media availability.
Yeah.
The opener here was 3.5, so another 3.5 to 5.5 move.
Yeah, I'm not factoring any line movement into my handicapping, but I do love Broncos here laying the 5.5. What are you doing, Kramer?
Give me the Cardinals.
Arizona.
Oh, I just need a good reason to lay the big number.
Yeah, the team's coming off 20-point wins.
Yeah, maybe I'm foolish to take the Cardinals here. Jacksonville, New Orleans. This is the third game. No joint practice. 10 a.m. on Sunday. Getting the body clock ready. Jags laying 2.5. Sean doesn't care about the movement, but this one opened Jags minus 2.5. There has been no movement. Minus 135 on the money line. Saints plus 114. 40.5 is the total. I mean, these are regular season totals, Sean.
Yeah,
the Saints. This strikes me as an insanely high total for the Saints. Period. Give me a team total under on the Saints in this game. What are they making that?
Yeah, I don't.
This is crazy.
The Saints offense looked pretty rough. They threw a pick 6. I guess Tyler Shuck had that deep touchdown, but then on the other side, I mean, what do you make of your Jags, Ryan?
What do you mean? What do I make of the Jags?
Any thoughts on there? Oh, okay.
They played the Steelers are like one of the toughest preseason games to get. That was a good. It was. If I'm ranking preseason games, that was one of the better games.
Going back to it, I do think Skylar Thompson for the Steelers was one of the. He quietly should have gotten more praise for how sharp he looked in the preseason. Now again, it's preseason. He's gone up against backups, but he's
the kind of guy that will look good in the preseason.
He was 20-28, 233, and 3 touchdowns. I'm just saying for our underdog entries, we might want to consider Skylar Thompson,
college legend.
What are you doing here? This game I got no feel for. I might just take New Orleans because of they're getting the points, but then I mean that QB rotation of Hainer, Rattler, and Shuck is not appetizing.
Yes, but I mean we don't really know who's going to play for the Jags. It does seem like, I mean, he played everyone last week, and just having Nick Mullins on the team, having the Wolf of Walford on the roster.
Waff.
Yeah, I guess give me the Jet. They're just, the Saints are really fucking bad. Like I don't know. I would say that of all, if I'm power ranking preseason performances from last week, the Saints weren't the worst team, but man, their quarterback plays
pretty rough. I'll take Jags just because the Saints quarterback plays abysmal.
I think so. And
so are you playing a total here? It's not a joint practice.
No total.
This is the total I would like.
The under.
I'm staying away from.
That's why I said the team total. Give me the Saints team total. My Jags might get hot. Sunday 5 p.m. Again, body clock getting ready. We got Sunday Night Football joint practice. Buffalo and Chicago. Bills catching 2.5 plus 122 on the money line. Bears minus 144. 40.5 is the total. Not playing the lock sound effect. Bets are coming in on the Bears.
Hmm.
Little tiny bets. This is obvious. We take the Bills, right?
Yeah, no,
we don't get off Sean McDermott just because he lost the Dable and the Giants.
Yeah, I still like the Bills here. I like them in preseason, and yeah, no, why not? I mean, I was trying to double check their some of their stuff preseason week 1. They were close to that trend of losing by double digits. They lost by 9, and now you're on the road. I think Sean McDermott might actually get them up a little bit for this game. So I will take Buffalo plus 2.5 and potential lock.
Are you at all getting? Well, Bears might also be a stock down team. I'm getting a little worried about the head coach.
Who? Ben Johnson?
Ben Johnson, aka the creation of Dan Campbell.
And what's bothering you about Ben Johnson?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just the way he handles himself on the press conferences, or the way the team looks in practices.
No, I've certainly observed similar stuff where I'm not stoked about it.
Aaron Glenn looks like a head coach. When I'm watching him do a press conference, I'm like, okay,
yeah,
this is a guy who's in charge of his team.
Aaron Glenn definitely more of a leader of man so far than Ben Johnson. But if Ben Johnson is able to come in there and give Caleb some easy throws, and he's getting the ball out there quicker, that fixes a lot of stuff. But the camp reports have not been great from Chicago. So
yeah, I think I just got to see it. And the Bills are an auto play in the preseason. And this is an under 40.5. This is probably a little scary. Just both teams put up some points last week. Last one, Monday Night Football. The Bengals taking on the Washington Redskins. Commanders plus 4.5, plus 180 on the money line. Bengals minus 215. 42.5 is the total. Are you taking the football team here, Sean?
Oh, I love them here. This is a potential lock, potential dog.
Really?
Oh yeah. I mean, this Bengals defense is horrible, and Zach Taylor 3-13 ATS. So, and they're making him a favorite again. I don't understand that.
Well, they're going to play their guys.
Yeah, that's great for getting out to a good head start.
It's really not starting well for the Bengals too, because like Gesicki banged up. I mean, it just seems like this team is going mostly like the big guys are still fine.
And I could see Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, who is kind of like a rising camp guy for the Commanders, which is not good as an Eagles fan, because I one of my knocks on the Commanders was their lack of a run game. I could see him having a good game here in the same way Will Shipley ran all over this Bengals defense.
Sean, running backs are supposed to look good in the preseason and in camp.
Okay, I'm just telling
you're not
you,
getting tackled.
They tackle in preseason.
I'm saying camp buzz, training camp, like running backs having success in the preseason is often fool's gold.
Okay. That being said, I think he could have a good game against this Bengals defense.
Quick update on the Commanders. Another example of a coach saying that Debo is in great shape. Dan Quinn did it yesterday.
Said he's in great shape.
Great shape. Why has everyone got to downplay the fact that he's a fat guy? He's maybe not in great shape.
He's doing some weird fat guy shit.
He's doing. And did you see have we heard an update on Terry McLaurin? Unrelated to this preseason game.
No, James Cook got paid. We didn't mention that.
Yeah,
that seemed like that was always going to get done.
I saw a report that he was seen talking to Jaden Daniels and Peters, the GM. So maybe they're close to a deal there. I don't understand why the Bengals are favored.
Yeah,
well, these are both fade teams for the record, but I think you just have to.
Zach Taylor's an auto fade.
So is Dan Quinn.
Is it? I don't think it's as bad.
They're both pretty bad, if I'm not mistaken.
Dan Quinn's 7-17-1 ATS. Zach Taylor 3-13 ATS.
Those are like two of the worst ATS records for any coach.
I mean,
you have to take the points. It's going to be a tie. If we had to pick a game to end in a tie, it's going to be the Monday night.
Ryan, I sent you a link to the Kyler throw.
Oh, nice. Let's see it.
Now we are providing commentary on a newsworthy item here with this clip.
Oh, interesting.
So what are you doing? You're taking the Commanders plus 4.5.
Yeah. Two fade teams. You have to take the points. Just give me a second to load this.
Man, this is going to be tough to whittle down the locks because I feel pretty good about a lot
There's
of
too
these.
many.
It's a good problem to have. I mean, yeah, definitely the Ravens are in there -1.5. That's easy. I do like the Bills a lot.
All right.
All right, let's watch this. Is this egregiously bad?
It's just not going to play.
Oh, come on.
Let's try to reload it.
All right.
This is it.
Some games I like.
This is pretty.
Tennessee
hilarious.
-5.5. Green Bay +6.5. New England -2.5. Detroit +3.5. Jets +3.5. Do we do another money line round robin, Ryan? That's the real question.
Well, obviously, you go. Oh my god.
Why is this X post not loading?
I don't know.
Are you sabotaging it because you
No,
don't
I'm
want
trying to play
you don't want
it.
this fucking tater tot to be
I'm
exposed?
trying to fucking play it. All right, let's see if I take it off the screen if it goes. All right. Yep. No. Nope. Same problem.
Can I send you a different version?
Try. Yeah.
It's playing fine on mine.
Yeah. I don't. It's playing fine on mine until. Oh no! Now it's not playing fine on mine. Yeah. Send me another link.
I did. I sent you another link.
This is riveting.
Mm.
So yeah, I think.
So here are potential locks for me. Baltimore, I'm already putting in the lock pile. Tennessee, I really like. Green Bay, I really like.
Is Pittsburgh automatically in the pile too?
Not for me. No.
No.
Pittsburgh's a stay away because of the Tampa dominating performance. So I got Tennessee. I got Green Bay. New England's close. I like Baltimore. Detroit's in there. Jets are in there.
All right, ready?
Yes. Okay, drops back. I mean,
he just didn't see the guy in the underneath zone. I mean that happens.
But who is he trying to? If he okay,
the deep guy. It's not a good throw.
Oh, okay.
He's throwing to this guy.
Yes, but he's nowhere. But that ball would hit the ground.
He underthrew him by a couple yards, but it's
a couple of yards. That is a horrible throw.
Okay, it's not the worst throw ever.
It's the worst throw of the season so far.
No, it's definitely not.
That's your homework. Next preseason episode. Find me a worse throw.
You're just wrong.
Okay.
There's probably been a dozen worse throws in every preseason game.
That was pretty bad.
All right, so what are we locking up?
Okay.
Ravens, definitely.
Ravens for me. I also like
Patriots might be a lock.
Yeah.
No, actually, wait. I have this written down already. Lock number 1 under 38.5.
Oh, you're locking totals. We're allowing that. Okay.
All right. Or not.
I thought we were a sides show, but if you want to
preseason,
okay,
we can take it off. Nope, take it off.
Under 38.5. What?
Nope, take it off. Cross it off. Cross it off.
All right.
You're gonna be
no, it's
baby.
I'm not
Chargers -3.5.
Chargers -3.5. Okay.
Ravens -1.5. If you didn't already put that in there.
Okay.
And then, I mean, I'm trying to decide between the Texans, the Raiders, and the Steel. You know what? Let's just go Steelers.
Pittsburgh. What are they getting? 3.5.
Yeah.
Okay. Moneyline dog.
Gave out a lot of the good dogs already. Let's do the Packers.
Green Bay on the money line. Love that. I'm also going to be on that. All right. So
that's right.
For me, first lock, give me the Ravens -1.5. Give me. Let's see. What else am I locking up here? Buffalo +2.5. Green Bay +6.5. And then I'll do Washington on the money line. That feels good. Oh, damn it. I also like Tennessee -5.5. I'll put in Tennessee -5.5. But I think we got to put Green Bay and Washington in the money line parlay.
Okay.
Green Bay money line, Washington money line. I could be talked into a third team. To me, it's Detroit is a very spicy dog. Buffalo, who I know you like as well, Ryan. San Francisco, we don't see. Jets.
No, the under would be the play in that game.
Okay, so we got Green Bay and Washington. Do we throw in the Bills? I mean, the Bills should not be a dog.
Oh, you don't like Cleveland.
That
Or
one night,
Pittsburgh. Oh.
yeah.
No, let's just go
San
two.
Let's
Francisco.
Francisco. Okay.
Well, I mean, we can go Bills. It feels like we're forcing it. Let's just go two.
All right, they're both our dogs. Parlay them together. Green Bay and Washington on the money line. What is that? What does my bookie have it at?
Let me price it out real quick. The lock for the Giants Jets under is a unofficial lock.
Okay, Giants Jets
Unofficial lock 39.5. Not a lock, but I'm gonna be wagering.
And I will add. What did I take? Oh, Green Bay plus 6.5 is an unofficial lock.
What do you mean?
Because I also like them with the points.
You're adding locks now.
You added an unofficial.
Well, you
lock.
said totals couldn't be locks.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
So these are unofficial bonus
it's not
locks.
A lock. But now
I think the audience likes it.
But you're putting a side there.
Yeah.
That's confusing to the audience.
Okay, I will add an official lock for me at of Tennessee.
Oh, you're adding Green official Bay. Locks?
Yeah. Green Bay plus 6.5.
What is the lock. Let's see. Okay, so we got Green Bay money line and Washington money line. Man, maybe it's just my internet's just slow. Just trying to price a parlay here. I can't even. This is gonna be a nice little two banger. All right, we got. All right, plus 770.
Okay.
It's not plus 2,300, but
sure. What would it be if we put the Bills in there, or the Lions, Ryan? This Miami. Oh, you like Miami?
I mean, yeah. It's just more like those aren't games that I have.
It's not talking to you.
Yeah.
All right, let's not force it.
So the Bills.
Yeah, we just hypothetically. Hypothetical situation.
Oh, that would push it up to over 18-1.
Okay, that's a little more interesting.
That's interesting.
All right, tune into the VSiN show. I'm sure we'll be talking a little bit more preseason picks, parlays.
How many? I was going to ask you this question. How many totals do you think the circle will allow me to parlay together?
4.
4 max, you think?
Maybe 5. I don't know if they put a cap on probably whatever their normal parlay is.
Preseason tail of the tape loading.
Oh, look out. Tune into our VSiN show. You can get it on YouTube TV, Sirius XM, 8:00 Pacific on the West Coast there. And if you're hanging out in Vegas at all, I know Bet Bash is going on out there. We'll be out there tomorrow. Come say hi, chat it up. Always down. Firm handshake. We've gotten some requests for your firm handshake, Ryan.
Yep, I will be firm all weekend.
There you go. And Spotify, really trying to push Spotify. If you can take 2 seconds, toss us 5 stars there. Helps us keep the show free. Any questions, comments you have about the show, hit us on the Spotify. I'm staying up, responding to everyone. So check that out. And of course, as always,
past my
Thank
bedtime.
you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green. He's Ryan.
Real game, Sean, in less than 1 month.
Kramer, let it ride.
I want better fucking execution.